This is kind of a weird setup. Hey, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Tyson. I work at SkyPyre Studios. I am a programmer and a video maker, and a new role for me, a systems administrator, I guess, is probably the best way I'd put it. I run our repositories. I make sure they're up to date. I make sure they're safe. That is what we're going to be working on today. Our new project, Evasive Maneuvers, we're hoping to put on consoles. We've done it before. The Blobs Fight is available on Xbox, and that was a Unity project, but this is an Unreal project. And the process for getting an Unreal game on Xbox is a little bit different. With Unity, you could just kind of like install a plugin for the engine, and you were good to go. But with this, you have to actually download the engine from source and build it and compile it yourself. I can't really do that. I mean, I can. It's super easy to build the engine. The documentation is pretty thorough. Because there's 8 of us working on the game, we have to share that version of the engine with the whole team. And that's something that I really have no idea how to do. I barely even like scratch the surface on really my understanding of Perforce, our source control system. That's what we're going to learn today. Some goals for the video. 1, we're going to set up a test Perforce environment on a virtual machine on my computer, download a cloned version of the Unreal Engine and build it. And then we're going to try to upload that to source control in a way that doesn't totally blow up the space, because Unreal Engine is pretty big. It's about 40-50 gigs from what I can tell. That's just, you know, we have to host our Perforce server in the cloud, and that's expensive. So we want to try to, you know, save as much space as possible. Before I begin, I'm just going to tell you that I'm following a few guides. I'll post the links in the description below. The most important guide is this one here by Volkan Ilbailey. I hope I'm pronouncing that guy's name right. He wrote this very detailed guide on how to set up a Perforce server and build the engine on it. So we're mostly going to be following that. He links this little article from Wise Engineering that goes over how they handle their source control stuff. And then of course there's, you know, like Unity, or Unity. I'm used to saying Unity because that's what we used to use. There's, you know, actual Unreal documentation. Let's start with getting our virtual machine set up. Here's something really cool. I've used Hyper-V before for virtual machines at work, and when I did use it, it was bad. It was not fun to use. It was not efficient. Kudos to Microsoft. They actually did a really good job at, you know, making it easier. So I have an Ubuntu virtual machine running, or here, not running. If I wanted to make a new one, I just click the Quick Create button, and then you just pick the OS that you want. They have some like default ones, like a Windows 10 dev environment, and they have 3 Ubuntu versions. It's like by default. You just click the Create Virtual Machine button and it downloads it, and you're off to the races. The ability to just completely spin up an Ubuntu VM in Windows with like 2 clicks, beautiful. All right, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Handy dandy little Ubuntu VM. I can't snap this, which is unfortunate, because I want to have like Chrome over here. I can't have this actual window snapped. So I guess that's one downside, but I can live with that. Can I even resize it though? Is that like... Well, I guess what you're going to do with a VM that's this size, whatever. Step number 1, we got to install Perforce on this bad boy. No valid open PGP data found. That's interesting. Let's try one more time, just in case. QO. It's because I bet it's because I missed the dash. My dad dumb. Yeah, that's what it was. I just missed the dash. I'm an idiot. Don't want the server to be in Unicode mode, and we don't want it to be case sensitive. If you look at Unreal's documentation on how to use Perforce, they mention running a case insensitive Perforce server if you want to use Unreal GameSync, which I don't think we're going to be using, but you know, just in case there's some other problem. That's not a good security thing, I guess, because if someone, you know, gets your IP address for your Perforce server, you could just kind of click the new button for a new user and immediately get access. Not ideal. So let's fix that. I guess I have to put an actual password here. User test doesn't exist. Okay, cool. There we go. It did work. Okay. We got our P4 ignore file, which is good. And now for the long and tedious part. I have already forked the Unreal Engine into my own GitHub repository. Now we just need to clone it. Now it's going to clone the engine, which is going to take a long time.
Hey, Tyson from the future here. If you're going to tackle this on your own, I would highly recommend having something else to do. A lot of this process involves waiting for upwards of an hour for various processes to complete. So don't do what I did and just sit there staring at the loading screen. Go outside, read a book, do something else, I don't know.
Okay, all that work is done. We cloned the engine, we got the 4.25 branch. Now we have this UE4 SP folder that's got our engine in it. All right, now we need to run the setup.bat. And once again, this is another long waiting process. We're back. We ran the setup script that we needed to run and it finished, installed all the stuff we need. And then I realized that my P4 ignore wasn't actually going to work. The stuff that's there assumed that the engine is just in the root folder, which wouldn't have worked. I had to go into the ignore stuff and add in our engine path. And now we get this list of engine files, which all seem to be in source, with a few exceptions like shaders and whatnot. So that should be good. We still have to run the generate project files, I believe. Yeah, okay, the engine isn't actually there yet. So we do need to run the generate project files script. Yes, this generate project files I think is going to create a Visual Studio project. Yes, that is exactly what it's going to do. And then I'm going to have to actually build the engine in Visual Studio. There we go. That's done. And now we've got the solution file here for Visual Studio. So we can open that up. I'm going to run the build. All right, now we got to wait for this to finish. Okay, well, it took a while. It took 3,000 seconds. I also took a break to play some video games. Shh, don't tell anyone. But the engine's built. We're good to go. Look, Unreal in a custom build. Delicious, tasty. What the hell do I do now? Yes, now I have to make an installed build. This is a lot of stuff. This guy has a very nice looking batch script to automate this. Check where the solution file exists, generate it if it doesn't. Check if the automation tool exists. If it doesn't, find MS build and build the automation tool. Clean up the engine output directory if it already exists, and then run the automation tool to package the engine. Okay, well, let's write this. You might be wondering why I'm writing this code out, even though I can just copy paste it. And that's because with something like this, I like to write it out so I can kind of read through it and hope to understand what's going on. I've made a boo-boo. Oh, that becomes a bit of a problem, doesn't it? Okay, I can fix that. Okay. I'm an idiot. I don't actually build the automation tool. Oh no. Unbelievable. I can't believe you've done this. Alright, it's 1 a.m. I need sleep. I'm just gonna leave this overnight and hope it works. Alright, so I just came back in the morning. It's a new day, and look, Defender security alert. Build successful. Let's see if it actually runs. Look at that. It works. Our custom engine. Look at that. It worked. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, and can I package it? Oh, this is interesting. I can't package it for Xbox. So the build failed. I don't really know why. Just a bunch of compiling errors. So I've gone in and I've deleted the default with Xbox code that I had in there before, and I changed the engine build command to set with Xbox One equals true, and that should work. Hopefully, we'll see. I've been sitting here for hours trying to figure this out, and I think I finally figured it out. It looks like to build the engine with the Xbox stuff, you actually need Visual Studio 2017 installed. You can't just have like the binaries or whatever installed for Visual Studio 2019 and like the 2017 ones. You actually need Visual Studio 2017 to build the engine, which is just so annoying. To build it on console, you need Visual Studio 2017. I don't have 3 different versions of Visual Studio installed on my computer, but build successful. Let's see if this has all been a massive waste of time. It opened. Oh, this is glorious. Can I package project Xbox One? Oh, finally. I've been at this since, well, around this time yesterday, and it's finally working. We got it. We got a custom version of the engine. Hallelujah. Okay, let's see if my other scripts work. So let's run. I just realized that the command says Robocop and not Robocopy. Whoops. Let's see, publish engine. Okay, so that's good. And we need to run this register engine.bat, which should add a registry key. It added the key, but it didn't set the data. There is a boo-boo with my register engine script. And I think I found it. Yep, I'm referencing a variable that does not exist. There we go, that should fix it. Register the engine, F5. There's the key, nice. And now I can go in here and open this with code, and I can change this. If I change this to UE4 SP, that should... Oh, I've broken the file, that's why. Need the comma. Now will it open? And it's opening the right editor, yes! Yes! Oh, it feels good to see results. Oh, that's spectacular. Cool. Okay, that's all done. That all worked according to plan. We're back. It's day 3 of this whole process. This is exhausting, but after a lot of work, we managed to at least get the source code checked into Perforce. So this is the same stuff that I cloned from GitHub, and that's all in the Perforce server, which is good. I can get the full size, and it's, well, that many bytes, which, according to Google Math, is only 182 megabytes, which is really good. I thought it was going to be way worse. Now, this is the actual engine, the like assembled built engine, and it's 136,000 files to submit to the repository. And the last time I tried to submit this, Perforce crashed. So we're going to try it again and see what happens. And I'm very curious to see how big this is. Okay, this is progress. Last time it crashed at like file 185. And by crashed, I mean like on the Perforce server, the actual service crashed, and then it disconnected, and it was a whole thing. But so far so good. Uh-oh, did it happen? Yep, it happened. Oh, the server crashed. It did it. It submitted the whole engine. Now for the scary part. How much space did it take? Oh, that's actually not bad. 15 gigs used on the server, but how much space is the depot? 11 gigabytes. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I can live with that. Okay, last step. Let's submit the actual project. No open files found. Now we're up to 12 gigs. I'm perfectly happy with that. That's really not that much space in the grand scheme of things. For reference, this folder on my actual computer is like in the hundreds of gigs. Look at that. 246 gigs of space on my actual computer, but in the depot it's only 12. That is phenomenal for me. Okay, it's finally cooperating again. Good. I spoke too soon. It's frozen again. Oh my freaking god, Perforce. You're killing me. You're killing me. Okay, let's go to permissions. Test. They can access... Yes, they're part of engine builders, so they can access the project and the engine source and the built engine. Test 2 is just a dev, so they can only see the project in the editor. Good. Good. Everything is good there. Okay, let's test this. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not what I like to see. Why did it fail? Would you look at that? It's all working. And package for Xbox One. Oh, that makes me so happy. You have no idea. I mean, maybe you do. You've been watching this. We did it. Okay, so just to recap what I've done. I had to track the intermediate folder for the engine, but not the build rules folder in that folder, because it needs to be writable. But the actual intermediate stuff has, I guess, a bunch of like pre-compiled binaries and stuff that it needs to actually open the engine and build projects and whatnot. I don't really know the whole aspect of it. Anyway, I've added that, and it's increased the depot size by 2 gigs, which is okay, I guess. It could be worse. So that's all good. I'm happy with that. Let's see if we can get someone else connected. Welcome. Are you prepared to help me test?
Yeah, yes.
Want to do me a favor and hit Control-Shift-Escape?
What do you?
I don't know if that opened the task manager on your end, but I can't see it. I think it might be on your other screen.
I moved it onto the screen.
Wait, is my stream not loading? Is that what's going on? Oh! How long has your stream been like the Unreal project is open? Because mine, it was just stuck at loading 96% for like the last several minutes.
Oh, it's been in the Unreal Engine for like a million years.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know. On my screen, it just said loading 96%. I didn't realize it actually opened.
You were actually watching the stream and not like the preview of the stream, right?
Yeah, I was watching the actual stream. It just didn't refresh. Oops. Okay, well, it opened. I'm happy. You can close it. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot something. Sorry. Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay.
What have I been waiting here for?
Sorry. Hit File. Go to Package Project. Yes, it's there. Excellent. Cool. We did it, Reddit. You can close it. Everything works. Except for Discord streams, apparently. Oops. Alright, that's it. We did it. I successfully managed to get everything working that I wanted to, and I got it to work on somebody else's computer, which is a big plus. Thanks again to David for helping me test it. It was a lot of waiting while it downloaded 100,000 plus files off my computer, off a not very fast network, but everything works. If you're curious about how all this worked, all the documentation I followed, I put links to everything in the description below. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll answer what I can. And if you have any comments about how I could have done this better, please tell me, because I am very new to this and any knowledge would be super duper helpful. Until next time, bye.